If you're somebody who struggles to get on top of their to-do list, this may be a collection of reflections that you might benefit from. It's been something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Basically, just how do I make sure that everything I need to do gets done? And one of my starting points is like, how do I make this simpler or easier to do? How do I make sure that this, all gets done? And specifically, actually, I want to get away from this habit of doing things late in the evenings, which is something I do a lot. I think there's a couple different types of people when it comes to this stuff. The type of person I am is somebody who works well under pressure. So, I can like pull that all-nighter and make the really good project and like kind of finish it up and just in time. But I don't want to be living like that, right? Specifically, I really want to be able to get my work done in the mornings, because I want to be able to have the rest of the day free. Like that, I think goes a long way. And so one of the things that I have done is I identify just a couple things that I need to do on a daily basis. And I try and keep it to that. And then one of my goals, one of the habit things that I do is get it all done before 12. That's something I just implemented today. And I'm not sure if it will work, if it will do anything, but I'm going to give it a try. But it's basically like, I can do the most important things, the most impactful things that like make a real difference on my goals. I can do pretty much all of those in an hour. And if I can do them for 4 hours, I can get further. But if I can secure that first focused hour on a daily basis, that's already, a start. And I think oftentimes I find myself working on things which are not high urgency, not the utmost priority. And that leads to procrastination, a lot of it. Where I do things that make me feel productive. I had a conversation with a friend about this earlier today, and I don't know if it's a universal thing or if it's just us two, but I think it's a pretty common thing. And so this like dumbing it down, one of the best ways. It's like, how do you make it so simple a fool could do what you need to do? For me, I have a couple simple goals. Record a video, right? So this thing is like a project, record on a daily basis. It's a long-term project I'd like to do. As much as I know that it has some commercial value as well, I'm also just really interested for myself, like to look back on this set of recordings in 20 years, I think will be great fun. So record, do a little gratitude thing. I do a little learning thing. Do basically reach out to a bunch of people manually, nothing automated, and often record videos for them, whatever. And I also, a new addition was do one of my other tasks. So I previously just had those 4, but I've introduced the, do one to-do list task because there are other things that I want to include that, as part of the moving the needle forward things. And yeah, like how can I make it really easy, and how do I make it so that I do it first thing? Yeah, I'm still, I'm still figuring out how to make myself do it first thing. I think that's something I'm trying to think through. Right now, the idea of making one of the habits, one of the check boxes is like do it before 12. That might work well. I think also like I don't book meetings in the mornings generally. That's part of it. I try and make sure to keep mornings free so that I have that time to work and stuff. And I think it's also just a question of habit and routine. When you have more habit, when you have more routine, it's easier. But yeah, I think fancy to-do lists don't get you that far. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think the main takeaway is just like dumb it down, and you'll actually get more done. If you think more deliberately about what needs to get done, and you just do those important things, man, you can move forward a lot faster. Yeah. If you're curious about my stuff, do subscribe. Apparently 85% of people who watch my stuff don't subscribe, so I can probably do a little better on that ratio. Yeah, comment if you have questions, and I will record on another day about maybe one of those comments, but I record every day, so I've got plenty of opportunities to answer those questions.